Good morning, friends. Welcome to the daily morning podcast of SBI Securities. Let us check what happened in the domestic market yesterday. After hitting a fresh record peak near the 72,000 level, Sensex fell over 1100 points before ending at 931 points lower at around 70,500 mark, whereas Nifty also tumbled by 303 points as traders choose to book profit amid concern over high valuation and overbought signals on chart. The last street has been on a winning run non-stop for the last 7 consecutive weeks. The fall was sharper in Nifty mid-cap and small-cap indices, where both of them tumbled by over 3%. All the sectoral indices were in the red, and the fall was sharper in sectors such as media, metals, public sector banks, and real estate stock. Entire Adani pack was under pressure, so we have seen Adani Port, Adani Enterprises, ending with a loss of around 6% each. Even on large cap side, so we have seen Tata Steel down to the tune of 5%. SBI and Tata Motors also corrected by 3% each. Out of total 50 stocks yesterday, 40 out of the total 50 Nifty stocks, we have seen 46 stocks were in red. The damage was more on Nifty mid-cap and small-cap side. So we have seen Nifty mid-cap 100 registering its biggest single session decline in almost a year, while Nifty PSU Bank turned out to be the biggest loser with 4% decline. So all the fancy stocks were in red yesterday, including India Bull Housing Finance, India Bull Real Estate, Reliance Power, IRFC, IRCTC, Yes Bank, Vodafone. So all the stocks which were in the momentum, strong upward momentum during the last 1.5 months, where the profit booking was seen across the all this counter. In percentage term, Nifty, the decline in Nifty was the biggest single day loss in the last 9 months. However, one has to keep in mind that during the last 1 month, the index has rallied over 7.2%, with November turning out to the best month for Nifty in 2023. Let us check what happened on advance to decline ratio. So yesterday the market breadth was in favor of bear. So we have seen 3234 stocks ended in red as compared to 61 stocks only ending the session in green. This clearly shows that there was a massive profit booking across the board on the in the trading yesterday. In terms of 52-week high, we have seen 352 stocks scaling 52-week high as compared to 28 stocks reporting 52-week low. However, one has to keep in mind that since the trading session was divided into two parts. The first part we were seeing a positive setup in the market, and at that point of time majority of this stock would have hit a 52-week high, and in second half we would have seen the correction in all these stocks. Moving on to the global market update. So we are seeing profit booking across the board. So yesterday all the three benchmark indices in US were down to the tune of 1.3 to 1.5%. However, one has to keep in mind that US market is likely to end the December month one of the best year in terms of return since 2020. As we all know, year to date return in S&P 500 is close to 22%. Dow Jones is 11.9% and Nasdaq is up 41% on year-to-date basis. So clearly a sign of profit booking after a massive rally in the US market also. However, the one positive thing is which is emerging from the US market is that US 10-year bond yield has further corrected to 3.87%, and this will further accelerate the outflow of funds from safe haven like US bonds, and will change the riskier asset like commodities and emerging market. In terms of other key parameters, Brent crude has gradually inched up to close to $80 to the barrel after the issues of transportation through Red Sea. So that has led to the apprehension that the logistic time required for the ship to ship the crude oil may increase, and that has led to the minor spike in the crude oil prices. However, nothing alarming as such. US dollar index is close to 102.4, again a kind of neutral sign. However, one has to track this volatility index, and if we see the US VIX was up 9% in the trade yesterday and has ended at 13.7 levels, whereas India VIX was highest since March 2023, and we have seen India VIX closing at 14.5 level. So whenever there is a spike in the VIX, this clearly indicates that there may be increase in volatility in the market, and on the top of that we may see some profit booking in overheated stocks. So one has to keep tracking VIX indices if somebody want to know when the market is likely to stabilize. Moving on to the fund flow, so we have seen FII were seller to the tune of 1322 crores, whereas DII were buyer to the tune of 4754 crore. Asian indices today morning are indicating a weak opening. At the same time, GIFT Nifty is also indicating that the Indian market may open gap down to the tune of 40 to 50 points. Moving on to the key news which should be on our radar. First, Cochin Shipyard and Mazgaon Dock. Post-market closing, Mazgaon Dock and Cochin Shipyard has received order to the tune of 1615 crore and 488 crore respectively. And both these order is from Ministry of Defense. So that's the positive development for as far as Mazgaon Dock and Cochin Shipyard is concerned. Zee Entertainment, yesterday there was a extension of merger deadline by Sony and Zee. So deadline was set as December 21st, and that has been extended by 1 month. So we may see kind of range bound trading till the time the merger gets over in Zee Entertainment. Moving on to the next news, that is on Ultratech Cement. The company has buy a stake in renewable energy company CleanMax Terra for 20 crore. So we all know that all the cement companies are trying to diversify their power and fuel basket in favor of renewable energy so as to reduce the carbon footprint. And again, that's marginally positive in long term for Ultratech. Moving on to the next development, which is on Sonata Software. The company has signed a contract with Omega Group, one of the global leader in conveyor belt and power transmission with manufacturing site and customer solution center around the world. That's a positive development for Sonata Software. Tarsan product, the company has acquired German medical distributor NERB for 10 to 15 million euro. Again, that's positive for Tarsan product in long term. Manali Petrochemical, the company has resumed its operation at the Chennai plant. So that's again a kind of positive development as far as Manali Petrochemical is concerned. Moving on to the IPO corner. So yesterday was the last day of IPO for Motisan Jewelers, Suraj Real Estate and Muthoot Microfinance. All the three issues have received massive response and have been fully subscribed. Today is the last day for an IPO for Credo brand, which is an owner of Mufti, RBZ Jeweler and Happy Forging, as well as today is the day 2 for Azad Engineering, and today the new IPO Innova CapTab, which is an pharma company, will open today. We have shared all the IPO notes with you through WhatsApp, through on Telegram channel. At the same time, all these IPO notes can be accessed on SBI Securities website. So if you go on SBI Securities website, go to the research section, in the fundamental section you will see an IPO note corner. So you can go through all this note on SBI Securities website. However, if I have to put my bet where I will put my money, so my priority will be Happy Forging, followed by Credo brand, followed by RBZ Jeweler, and then Innova CapTab. Moving on to the institutional activity, so we have seen many block deals nowadays. So yesterday Astral promoter exited, and many marquee fund like Nippon India, Government of Singapore, Abu Dhabi Investment Authority, Morgan Stanley Asia Singapore, so they bought the promoter stake. Nippon Life Asset Management, as discussed yesterday, IndusInd Bank sold 2.86% stake, and the entire block was absorbed by SBI Mutual Fund, ICICI Pru Mutual Fund, Norges Bank, SocGen, and many other marquee funds. Similar block deal happened in Shriram Piston, wherein one of the German-based player exited 8.85%, and one of the marquee AIF PMS Abacus Asset Manager bought majority of the chunk of this block. And we all know that Abacus Asset Manager is being managed by one of the renowned fund manager Sunil Singhania, and this stock can be on radar from medium to long term perspective. Again, we have seen block deals in bulk deal in tip industry, where promoter exited some stake, so there was a hand change in tips industry. India Shelter Finance, yesterday was the first day of listing, and we saw a healthy 24% gain, and we saw bulk deal in that, wherein Goldman Sachs has bought 5.9 lakh share and Nippon India Mutual Fund has bought 10 lakh share. Symphony, again one of the leading player as far as air cooler is concerned. we saw HDFC Mutual Fund buying 6 lakh share, and one of the promoter selling around 6 lakh share in the company. There was a hand change in Symphony. Landmark Car, we saw Bajaj Finance selling nearly 2.2 lakh shares in the company. Moving on to the insider trade, so we have seen selling from the promoters of Usha Martin, Ion Exchange, and Ultramarine Pigment. That's all for the day. If I have to sum up today's discussion, overall, there is a wave of profit booking across the globe. So we have seen profit booking in India, US, and Asian indices after a massive rally during the last one and a half month. The reason of rally we all know was cooling off in the bond, US 10-year bond yield from 5% to below 4%. At the same time, there was a clear indication from US Fed that 2024 is the year where we will see a correction in we will see a rate cut, and that market has discounted that news ahead of time. So maybe we may continue to see consolidation and some profit booking, especially in mid cap and small cap stocks, which have rallied during the last few months, or during last few months, especially stocks which were in the strong momentum, like India Bull Housing Finance, India Bull Real Estate, IRFC. So many stocks were in Reliance Power. So many stocks where fundamentals are not very strong. We have seen a massive rally during the last one and a half months, and there we have seen a maximum profit booking. As a strategy, now one should gradually deploy the fund in the equity market. Guys who were sitting on sideline waiting for market to correct, this is the right time to deploy the money. However, one has to take a gradual step up approach. We have to see where the markets are heading. Maybe 20,700, 20,800 is the 20-day moving average. Market may touch that levels, and then we may find some support in the market. So one can gradually deploy their corpus in a quality names like ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, Maruti, Larsen and Toubro, Ambuja, Ultratech. On small cap side, mid cap side, one can look at Engineers India, RVNL, Federal Bank, Karur Vysya Bank, Gujarat Pipavav Port, Jupiter Wagon, Bank of India, CAM, KFIN, Praj, Minda Corp, Subros, Schneider Electric, Castrol India, NCC, Vatek, Wabag. So overall focus has to be on rate sensitive like banks, real estate, cement, infra, defense, railways, hydrogen. So wherever there is a strong earning visibility, those sectors can be on radar. In addition to that, jewelry pack like Kalyan Jewelers, Senco. As we all know, December quarter is likely to be one of the best quarter for all the jewelry player. So we have seen some rally in the Kalyan Jeweler, also the Kalyan, Senco. All these guys can also be on radar from a short-term perspective. That's all for the day. Thanks for patiently listening to us. Have a good day.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.